Welcome back to No Crime After Dark, where we have to talk about crime in the daytime because she will pull a lick on you, but she will not watch a scary movie by herself after 8:30 p.m.
Or anything scary.
You remember they?
Yeah. We going. Shit, I don't know what they about to do, but we going to bed. And that's just a turn.
She said, I don't know about they, them, those, or there, but I know.
I know we, us, me, you and I is going to bed.
She's so scary, y'all. You really have to know her to understand why this is hilarious, because she's really not scary.
Noises, sponsors.
Well, if this is your first time, welcome. I feel like I should just do a refresher of who we are and what we do and why we're here.
Okay.
So, I'm Saida.
Mm-hmm.
Who was you? Okay.
I'll tell them who I was.
I'm Saida. That's my best friend, Tatiana. We've been friends since the 8th grade. I ain't even like her at first, for real. That's just being honest. She's always had a smart mouth. I didn't like it then. I've learned to deal with it now because it's as smart as mine, so I realize we have a thing. But I didn't like her at first.
Okay, we didn't even know all that, right?
They do need to know that. Because it's possible for you to be besties with somebody that you don't like. Anyway.
Or didn't like?
Or didn't like, right.
Oh,
you don't always start off as friends, is what I'm saying. Anyhow, we've been best friend or friends since the 8th grade, became best friends. Somewhere in our 20s, while we were still trying to figure out life, we realized we both had the same interest in crime and murder mystery.
Oh, I thought something else.
We had the same interest in a lot of things. We're keeping it PG as the
okay.
Little rated R, but not too much. Okay, we had an interest in crime and murder mystery. That's what we're going to stick with.
Yes.
To the point where we literally would just sit around and watch this all day. If we didn't have bills and children and husbands and things like that, we would still sit around and watch this all day. Actually, when we did the stay-at-home wife thing, we sat around and watched this all day together. That was when Skype was the only option to do this.
Yeah.
I feel like we should have took out stock in Skype. Because we
was on Skype a lot.
Like every day for hours, like 10, 12 hours a day. We would take breaks, so you got to shower and stuff.
Yeah.
But about 10, 12 hours a day. And I started a small business a couple years ago. Been running into some roadblocks, and I wanted to try something different. This is something I've always wanted to do. I just didn't know how to execute it. We've had people tell us that we should have always had a podcast, YouTube channel, whatever. Because who knows this much about people dying and getting murdered and all that?
Serial killer.
Off the dome. Just so I hit her up. It was Janae that said something, wasn't it?
Janae, she said.
Yeah, it was her cousin. Yeah, I need a podcast. And she told me, and I was like, oh yeah, that sounds good. And I didn't say nothing for a little while. And I was like, you had already thought about doing it by yourself. Right. It only makes sense to do it with somebody, and then if that somebody has to be anybody, it needs to be her. Hit her up, and she's like, "Yeah, I do. Whatever." And here we are on. I've lost count, but total with social media, the shorts, the reels, everything. I think we're upwards of like 17 videos now.
Oh, with all that,
with everything. I should have looked at that before I got on here, but what are y'all doing? You clearly have time if you're sitting here watching us, so give me 2 seconds.
Mary, no, text Mary, ask me what's we on.
No, because for real, she definitely because if ain't nobody gonna keep me on my A game, Mary is, okay? She might sell me for a purse, but she got me.
A purple.
We have 20 videos total.
Okay.
We are currently on just our regular videos. I should know this.
You mean our episodes, like the different things we talked about?
Yeah, the episodes.
Like 8?
9 videos in.
Oh, okay.
We missed a week, remember.
Okay.
So 9 full episodes, but 20 videos total.
Gotcha.
And here we are, y'all. We're not your typical podcast, YouTube channel talking about murder.
Right.
We definitely have a different perspective.
We find things
definitely meant for a specific crowd.
Yes.
So but hopefully y'all stick around.
Right.
We keep it real though. We keep it.
No, we did.
Yeah. Anyhow, we completed the Peterson trilogy. We are finally done with that ball of devastation.
Those 3 idiots.
Now we moving on to what I like to call the deadly.
What's your idea? You were tired of men killing, and you want to go to women that's killing. Well,
I don't. She didn't.
I really don't think this is like a.
We gonna tell y'all because that ain't what it was. Like,
no, right.
To the men, this is not the episode for y'all. If there are any men watching this, I don't know, I don't think, but if it's the men's out here keeping up with us,
or maybe it is one of them,
and you fit this characteristic. Let me be specific, and you fit these characteristics. This is not the episode you gonna watch. They might because you might need a warning.
Yeah, this is your warning.
So today, I got my notes today. Last week I was a little off. Today, we're going to talk about Bill Hall Jr. and Francis Aguijo. I missed the spelling, but I heard how they said it, so I spelled it a special.
I just wrote Hall because that's been her wife.
I don't know, because they said Aguijo, but I don't know if it's like with a J or L. You know how they go. So they were both born and raised. They were both born and raised in San Antonio, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Frances grew up in the projects.
I know.
It'd be hard. She don't even seem like that's like you though. No. You didn't grow up in the projects, but that's like you.
That's
just so nice.
She was so nice.
Yeah, she was so presentable. Then be the
right.
Then be the ones.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Then be the anyway. No, but she grew up in the projects, specifically the Castellano Court projects in San Antonio, Texas. Mm-hmm. Very modest beginnings. I feel like both of them did. They both came from a pretty modest background.
Yeah.
The way they made it seem is like Bill grew up maybe a little more poor than what Francis was, but they both came from very humble beginnings. Bill grew up in another side of town. Did you catch the city? I didn't. I just know it's in San Antonio. They didn't specify where in San Antonio, I don't think. But they grow up. Bill grows up in a pretty poor situation, but he was always real smart, hardworking family, which I'm going to say this.
Handsome.
No, both of them was good looking.
Bill.
No, not her sister. She came home. She's like, I met a guy. His name is Bill. Bill.
Right. That's what I would have said too. Like, who's Bill? Yeah.
I mean, because really, how many Mexicans you know with the name Bill?
Hall.
They were shooting for the stars with him. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. We have a theory in my family. It's easier for you to get a job when you don't have an obviously black name. I feel like I don't know where I'm on this spectrum.
Yeah. But Bill Hall threw me off. I was like,
Bill Hall, whole Mexican Bill Hall. That was different for sure. Francis ain't necessarily like the most Hispanic name either, though, to me.
I know a few girls named Francis.
Okay.
Yeah. There was Francis lived down
That's just all in who you know. Yeah. Not a whole lot on like what they did as kids and growing up in their early years, but we do know when Francis was 16, 1980, that's when they met.
Yep.
And it was just like, yep, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Love.
I don't even need nothing else. I'm done. I'm cool.
Francis used to write, Francis loves Bill. Bill loves Francis. She
was sick of him. That was her man.
She was sick of him. Francis.
That was her man, child. 1981, again, they met in 1980, 1981. Bill proposed. Like, things move fast. Moms was like, I ain't even trying to let my daughter get married this young, though. Like, she little, she young. But she like literally, she's still a baby, but she was like, they loved each other so much, and apparently he was showing all the right signs at the time.
Always together. They're always together. I mean,
And before somebody try to say it's 16 and 18, and I found this out through our mama, that really ain't that much of an age gap. So is it too early? And they didn't get married when she was 16. Let's say that.
Yeah, no.
But still, is that a problem age-wise? Because, now everything is a problem.
16 and 18, if he's at like if she's still
the way my mom put it to me
out of high school, it's kind of
this is a real life situation. I was talking to this guy. We were talking before he graduated.
Mm-hmm.
But he graduated. He's out of school. He's 18. I'm 16. Mm-hmm. Because he turned 18, it's like, well, I don't even know if my mom gonna be cool with this, because real talk, I'm not gonna lie about how old you are.
Right.
So that's gonna determine whether or not you're allowed over here.
Right.
So I went to her and I asked her, I was like, well, I've been talking to this guy, and I told her we was talking before he graduated type deal. Mm-hmm. We didn't go to the same school, but we had been talking. And I told her he was 18 or whatever. She was like, well, and this made the most sense to me. She was like, y'all very well could have been going to school together.
Yeah.
We're not talking like freshman to senior, because that does make a difference in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think I was a sophomore at the time. So we had already been talking since my freshman year when he was a junior.
And
it was like some off and on. But that's why, because people be having opinions. I don't necessarily see the problem.
Well, because DJ will turn 18 on winter break of his senior year. So he'll come back to school after
18.
18. And then he's talking to a girl that's a sophomore, or that he's still older than her. But I mean, so I wouldn't think it was a big deal, but some people
So anyhow, 1981, Bill gets the approval. Spring of 82.
Summer 82.
Summer 81, they got married. Spring 82, they had their daughter, Nikki.
Summer of 82, she got pregnant. Spring of 83, she had the baby.
Everything happened the summer of 80. No, they said 82, ma'am.
Summer of 82, she announced she was pregnant, and everybody.
They said spring 82, they gave birth to their daughter, Nikki.
Okay, that's not what I was.
Okay, both of us heard two different things.
Baby was born.
Now, I said both of us heard too. I was at work when I was listening, watching this, so I could have got my 2 and my 3 mixed up. I don't know. Anyway, it didn't take but 2 years for them to meet, get married, get pregnant, and have a baby. That's the point of the story.
But back in those days, a lot of Hispanic people got married. That's what they did.
That was normal. Yeah.
They get married. They have a family.
I think in general back then, not even just Hispanic people, it was just normal to get married after a year and a half, a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was definitely normal back then.
Yes.
Because my people, Jimmy Jam, married them. I think they was only together maybe a year or two before they got married. So
yeah, I don't know none of my Granny and her husband, well, my grandpa.
Not you, but I don't even know how these niggas met.
they were pregnant first, and then they got married. But they were young, so
they told the line with me, because if you do the math, they got married in August. I was born in June.
Yeah.
The following year, they got married in 84. Anyhow. After they married, they got their family, they got their baby, everything is going good. Bill gets a job working at his aunt's trucking company.
Mm-hmm.
And they said the auntie Paula called it something else. I'm pretty sure it's a bobcat is what she was trying to say.
She called it, what did she call it? It was a bob.
Yeah, but she said she gave it a whole nother name, but I'm pretty sure she meant bobcat.
Smaller trucks, right?
Yeah, it was a bobcat. And I only know that because of Job Corps, because the dudes that worked in the construction trade used to ride around campus all day. Oh, so he would just basically hauling dirt back and forth from one side of the site to the other. Like it's definitely a foot in if you're trying to get into that kind of work. It's the bare minimum. It's probably one of the lowest paying jobs, but it's a foot in. Yeah. Not that he's working there. Francis she's cleaning house, getting little odd jobs here and there. Again, a very modest beginning, because this is definitely going somewhere.
Yeah.
A very modest beginning from birth to even times after they met. Not long after all of this, and they don't specify the time frame, but eventually they end up having another child, their son Justin.
Mm-hmm.
Not long after having Justin, Bill will start talking about opening his own trucking company.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad idea.
No.
If you already know how the game work on the inside.
Yes.
So, I'm gonna let you take it because I feel like.
Oh, it said I just got on my notes like 1989 is when he buy his first truck.
Yep.
And then the way the coworker, I think it was like his coworker, his partner or whatever, was just like not even a few months later, he bought another truck. And a few months after that, he bought another. So the trucks came back to back to back.
Bill was flipping that bread. That's what he was doing. He was flipping that bread. And from once money really kind of started rolling in, Bill handled the work side of it. He was on the site, was driving the trucks. He was there. Francis was handling the clerical portion of everything. So it worked out.
Oh, schedules. All
that. She was doing all that because men usually need help getting to that point. We just, for whatever reason, just
they were partners.
No, they definitely were. They definitely were. And in a matter of no time, because he said his goal was to have 100 trucks.
Yeah.
And they don't specify if he ever got to that 100, but I feel like he had to because they said not only was he one of the biggest privately owned trucking companies in Texas, and that's hell. If I'm one of the biggest in the state of Texas, I mean, I'm okay with branching outside of Texas, but I'm good.
It was like Louisiana.
Yeah, basically all the surrounding states, Louisiana,
New Mexico,
Alabama, all of them places. So they making bread.
Yes.
They got Cho for real. So now when you come from nothing, and you get a little bit of something. And I feel like that's what it was.
I felt like the guy said, Bill worked hard, he played hard, which he deserves. I mean, go have fun.
You can play hard.
Yeah.
But let's be real.
He wasn't messing up no money. They wasn't bad.
No. But hear me out. We agree he wasn't ugly. We can agree on that.
Okay.
Especially when he was younger.
He wasn't ugly in old pictures.
But
I was like, okay, Bill. Sure.
But based on his, like we said, they said he was very poor. I didn't say this. They said that.
Yeah.
People probably wasn't checking for him. Bitches weren't checking for him for real. So now you have a little bit of money because this leads us further into the situation. Mm-hmm. You get a little more attention, but I also can appreciate somebody that has worked their ass off to get to where they are. To now, I'm gonna do what I want. I can also appreciate that. I'm gonna do what I want.
Yeah, I'm gonna have fun.
No, for real. But I'm gonna tell you now. I don't care how rich I get.
No, have fun.
You ever see me run up a $5,000 tab on just shots?
Well, Bill got it like that. Bill's having fun.
Even if I got it like that.
Well, Bill did what he wanted to do.
The whole group included. I'm tabbing out at 600. Nope.
Bill said, I got it. He ain't missing nothing. My babies ain't starving, and I'm going.
And the cheapest part of me is still okay. What's the tab? Oh, it's $5.97 and 73 cents. Yep, gonna close it out. Go and close it out.
Bill, have fun.
First of all, how many people was drinking off of $5,000 worth of Patron shots?
Well, I mean, the guy said he would be like, shots on me, like, you know, it wasn't just like him, his circle. It was like,
okay, see, that's the problem. We can drink.
Yeah.
I don't know about everybody else around us, but we can drink.
Yeah, Bill was like, hey, we here to have a good time. Yeah,
I've had people tell me that, like, girl, if you had that money, you wouldn't care. Yes, I would. First of all, I'm not even a people person like that.
First of all, if that's what I'm doing, if I'm on vacation and I'm just, you know, having fun, fine. That's what I came to spend. But not just on a Tuesday, because we had Taco Tuesday to spend $5.
I'm not doing it just on a Tuesday. We can be on a group vacation. And I told y'all before we left, I got drinks. It ain't enough of us collectively.
But that's what I'm saying. He wasn't just paying for his friends. He's paying for everybody.
Okay, I'm saying.
You don't believe it. Leave it alone. Bill was listen.
No, Bill did what I've never understood that. Like, I understand you got the money. I know, like you said, ain't nobody lacking for nothing. All the bills is paid. Everybody straight. He really ain't even missing it. But the cheap side of me says, I don't know all 394 of these other people in here. I just know the 9 people I came with. Yeah. So those are the 9 people I'm going to get drunk for tonight.
But even though maybe, some people come from a struggle and like really, really struggle.
No, that was what I was saying. Like now he got something.
Maybe his family was poor, but as him and Frances moved on, they kept their stuff together. So they didn't have to be like worried or whatever. And so he's always been like, I know what I need to do for this and I know what I can do with this. So, I mean, it is what it is. Go ahead
and put $5,000 aside for the whole trip.
Where is girl? Go. I am done with you. Oh Lord!
And that's because the trip only cost $2,000.
I'm done.
So I'm gonna blow this 3.
Right.
I'm just cheap, you know that. Anyway, but now y'all know. Yeah, he was doing it
hard, and that's what
he deserved it. Like I said, I can appreciate somebody that came from nothing. Now they got something, and you want to enjoy that. I have an uncle that's doing that right now as we speak, so I can appreciate that about somebody. Yeah.
But Frances was not like that. Frances was modest with herself.
Frances is me.
Yeah,
Frances is me.
She didn't show off her money. She still ate at home. She didn't go out.
She was still making her homemade tortillas.
Yes. And she, what I didn't like though, because they did say,
I agree.
Okay. He was like, let's go on vacation. Let's go to, Turks and Caicos or wherever. I don't know. And she was like, oh no, you go ahead.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's when he ended up inviting his friends or his, co-workers and, brother, cousin, uncle, I don't know. And so
it doesn't justify cheating.
Oh, no.
But I get it.
Oh.
I get it because I keep asking you to come with me. Yeah. You never want to come. And then I'm just out here. And with that kind of money, Buddy was vacationing a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So I'm out here and somebody actually wants to be around me.
Yeah.
So again, not justifying it, especially in this situation. Yeah, Frances could have went to Turks and Caicos.
Now, yeah, she could have on vacation.
Them kids would have been fine. You could have dropped them off the abuelita de tia somebody. Said that to her.
Yeah, because the auntie like she was cool.
She said, I was say she seemed like she was there the whole time.
Right. Yeah, she lived there.
Dropped them kids off.
Yep.
But yeah, no, Frances is me. Frances is like, so we got $5,000 for this whole trip.
Okay.
We're gonna do about $2,000 just paying for drinks and stuff for our friends. That other $1,000 is whatever bullshit I want to get while we here.
Okay.
Frances is me. You was judging me, but Frances was on the same page I was on. Because we're gonna make these tortillas. I'm not going to the store. Anyway.
I mean, they just taste better.
But I'm about to say they taste way better when they're homemade.
It just tastes better that way.
If you ain't never had a homemade tortilla, go find your local neighbor because it's somebody on your block. I don't care where you live at in America. It's somebody on your block, in the neighborhood, around the corner, at the liquor store, at your grocery store. Somebody know how to make a homemade tortilla. You'll never want a store-bought one ever again. While he turning up.
Well, he thought Frances was losing interest in him because she wasn't going places with him. So, one day, this is what gets me right here. Him and his boys go to the Spinach Festival. I had to rewind it. I said, the what festival?
The one thing that I love about down south, not just Texas, down south, they will make a festival.
Oh yeah, they have
out of anything. Like it's a place in Louisiana
called Spinach Festival.
Yeah, I'm just saying I would go because girl, you got spinach dip. They probably done boiled spinach, fried spinach. Look, I'm willing to try anything. Okay, I'm not against spinach, so I'm gonna go to the spinach. I'm at least check it because it's probably free to get in. First of all, so really, if you're not entertained, you ain't lost nothing. I can about guess. The Spinach Festival is you walking through eating spinach cooked 1,000 different ways. Yeah. I am always here for a good meal, whether I like it or not. Paul told me about the Strawberry Festival in
that Louisiana. Is different. I will go to a strawberry festival.
Why would you not go to a festival though?
Maybe because I like it's when I think about strawberry.
No, strawberry because it's a fruit. It's sweet.
And it's sweet.
And you can think of a lot of ways that you could cook a
strawberry. Exactly. I'm not thinking spinach. I don't want to eat spinach so many different ways. So
you ain't ever had my spinach dip. My spinach
but
stuff.
I'm not gonna go there and eat 700 different dips. I just want to eat the dip that I want, and then I want to move on.
First of all, the way spinach shrivels up. How much spinach are y'all using?
I'm not
in this festival. You get a whole bag of spinach this big, this wide, and when you get done cooking it down, you got about this much spinach.
Yep.
But I will go. She hating.
Anyways, yeah, Bill and his friends
invite me to the spinach festival.
Okay, they will.
And this is where he meet Bonnie. Now, I'm going to point this out because this is what I thought when they said it. Bill is known for drinks on everybody or drinks on me. Everybody drinks on me.
Mm-hmm.
She sees this. She never cared about him. And I'm going to put that out there now.
Oh, well, they say that. She said
never cared about him.
Selling chicken on a stick. She was with her auntie. She was there with her auntie selling chicken on a stick.
Well, see, now that's why you go to the spinach festival because it's not just spinach. They had chicken on the stick. I forgot about that.
Okay, she's selling chicken on a stick with her auntie. She sees Bill. They are now. Bonnie is a cute woman.
They turned up.
Yeah, she's cute. And so they gonna hang up at the bar later, and that's when she noticed. Right. Oh, hey, Bill got some money. Mm-hmm. Bonnie's a single mom. Bonnie's selling chicken on a stick with her auntie. Like Bonnie said.
First of all, we don't know how far Bonnie could have gone with the chicken on the stick had she not met Bill.
Well, she was selling chicken on the stick at Spinach Festival when he met her, and she.
If I ever decide to go back to culinary, I just know not to sell chicken on the stick because I know it's gonna come full circle back to this. But go ahead.
Just don't be on your come up. Bill was a come up for her. She was not in love with Bill.
She definitely did not care about him.
Yeah. So, anyways, met Bonnie and they began a companion.
They were dating.
A companion.
It was a whole relationship. They was together for 3
years.
3 whole years. Before his family found out. That is a relationship, sir, ma'am.
Yeah.
And the sister at one point was like, she was fighting for her man, but it wasn't her man. It was Francis's man. But it's like it's been 3 years.
Yeah. It still ain't your man. But no. Like I say, Bonnie had something to lose. She wasn't about to lose him because she got to keep that income. She has to keep that, making it feel like he gonna take care of me, and I'm gonna fight to the end because I'm gonna get this in the end. That's what her goal.
You know what I thought about, right?
Mm-hmm. No,
Bonnie ain't me. So I don't care how much money you got and what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Bonnie didn't need a friend like you to take the phone and send the message.
She did because clearly she knew how to keep herself in check.
Oh Lord, because I know. I'll be out here not caring anyway.
But he enjoyed.
She wasn't okay being second. That's really what it.
But
he
enjoyed her company. He enjoyed the affection and the attention she was showing him because after 31 years of marriage, it's not the same. I mean, it's not saying it can't be. It can, but he probably felt a little bit, and he probably was like feeling a little old because it was when he turned 50. So maybe he was feeling like to feel a little young again or whatever. I don't know.
But I also feel like we said, we don't agree with it. Francis should have been going.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stand down on that because there have been several things.
I mean, you don't have to go to the Spinach Festival.
You speaking for yourself. Shut up.
I'm going to the damn festival. You meet a bitch at the finish, you can have that bitch selling chicken on the damn stick. So you that damn desperate at the Spinach Festival? I slapped your ass. Now you meet maybe
the chicken on the stick was that good.
You meet some random girl on vacation and do yourself a favor. Okay, good. But now you didn't meet the girl in Texas at the Spinach Festival. You're doing bad. That's not how you do that, sir. It's not how you do that.
Right. That chicken on the stick was fire. Shut up. No, I feel like I said, I feel like Francis should have gone because I feel like that opened the door for his line of excuses. But at the same time, even before he met Bonnie, his friend said like he liked the attention, he liked the flirt, he liked to do all of that. So the fact that you're not going, and I love Francis, I don't care, I don't know her, but I love her.
I do too.
you knew your man was flirtatious.
Yeah.
At the bare minimum. Like, you probably didn't have proof of him. Clearly, you didn't have proof of him cheating for 3 whole years. So,
that's what they said. The daughter said, like, they didn't know anything. He takes fishing trips. He takes these trips. It's normal.
It's not out the norm. If you're out of town every other weekend for going fishing, we're not going to think you not fishing this weekend.
Yeah.
Especially, and I'm sure he not like weird like these new motherfuckers, not answering their phone, turning it off. Now your phone was dead. He was probably answering every time Francis called because Bonnie knew who Francis was. Because they also talked about that too. Because the friend was like, it's been times like we was out eating and Bonnie was at the table, and he's like, look, if things don't work out with me and Francis, I don't want y'all acting no different towards Francis. In that moment, if I was Bonnie, sir, I holla.
Well, I mean,
it's the fact that you don't mind talking about it in front of me. I don't care if I know about her or not.
Why wouldn't he talk about it in front of him? That's his wife. I mean,
okay, but again, I don't care if I know about her or not. But to me, that showed her he didn't respect her.
The difference between why would he respect her?
I agree, but that's why I said no. I agree, but that's why I said if I was her in that moment, I just would have walked away.
She didn't care because she was looking for the end all be all of the come up. But a person like me who don't give a F as well and just here for a fun time, I don't care to talk about Francis. Good, y'all better not be acting like real funny with Francis. She didn't took care of y'all asses.
I agree, but you're not going to get her a whole Lincoln Navigator and get me a fucking 1985 Mercedes.
See,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you are not on one, you can't. And somebody gonna be mad, but on one hand, you can't be taking me on trips and whining and dining me and all these things because again, Bonnie was wrong. I don't care. Once you found out that man was married, you were wrong. I don't care what happened after that. You were wrong. And I don't like how people try to play it like, oh, well, he knew he was married. Yes, he did. But you opened the door for him to continue his bullshit. When you should have left it alone and let that be the next person problem.
She shouldn't have called Phyllis. She should have just stayed what she was doing. Have your fun and get the hell on.
That's the other side of the coin. Learn your position. If that's what you choose to do, if that's what you choose to be,
how that works.
You
can't fall in love with a married man.
No.
You can't. You just can't have fall in love with a married man. That's just crazy. You sitting there now, you asking for trouble.
But no. Again, there's two sides. You know me.
Why for you? Shit.
I get it from my mama. I'm the devil's advocate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blame her, but I'm not gonna blame her because again, she should have walked away when that man didn't care about talking about his wife. Not even just talking about his wife in front of you, but all his homies is at the table. And I feel like that just adds a certain level of embarrassment to it.
When Francis do payroll, they pick up their paycheck. So they know who Francis is. So therefore, you don't act funny.
It doesn't, to me, I don't know. Again, I can see both sides of the spectrum. I feel like that was disrespectful of him because you've been carrying on with this chick for 3 years. If y'all talking about Francis in private, okay. But
he shouldn't be talking about Francis in private. He shouldn't be telling Bonnie a mother.
He really shouldn't have been telling her. No, you're right. He shouldn't have been telling her none of the business. Period. Our situation is what it is, and that's what it is. Anything concerning my wife does not concern you.
I feel like, for me, I feel like the pictures, it's the pictures and the kissing that kind of was like out of pocket because I'm like, now Bill, you're giving her this like thing like she's. But I feel like he didn't show her like, I love you, baby, and we're gonna be together. Like, I don't feel like I think he said, I love hanging out with you because you show me my attention. We're going on vacation. I love the way you do this and this and this and to me, and we're gonna have fun. And when I get back to Texas, I'm going home to my wife.
But I don't feel like that's what Bill was saying, and I agree with what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying. But again, the other side of that coin is it's been 3 years. We've been traveling. We've been hitting each other up randomly.
I just don't.
Again, I'm thinking in the mind of a female that might not be like me or you.
But she didn't come out her
will get caught up in that situation. And in those type of situations, because I unfortunately know enough people or have known enough people that seem to think, oh, well, he been dealing with me for this long. He ain't going nowhere. He don't care about her. Like, baby, she's staying in the mansion.
So she
has the Lincoln Navigator. But at the same time, in her mind, it's been 3 years. We've been doing all these things. You've been buying all this stuff. We've been going on these trips. It's a mixed signal at the end of the day. What me and you would look for to solidify a relationship, she didn't. I'm not justifying nothing she's doing, but she's not seeing it the way me or you would see it.
That's sad for her. Sad for her ass, because I'm sorry. 31 years, credit 3, ma'am. Listen. I ain't even trying to come between it. I'm here for a good time, along with Bill.
Again, you've always been the one that's been more patient when it's come to these men.
I just don't.
Because there was that one time at band camp when that man was getting on my nerves. And I said, you keep your credit card number and all.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought you said I ain't never fell in love with a man.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I was okay with just not having nothing. And you was like, no, ma'am.
Well,
that's not what we're not going to do. It's your birthday. We're not going to do that today.
Right, that's silly. I mean, I'm not.
So that's. I've never had the mentality. That's why I said I agree with what you're saying. He's not giving you signs of a relationship officially because he's still married, still living with her. But at the same time, I can see how she feels like it is a valid relationship because of how long it's been and the things that he's doing for her. Again, you're not finna buy her a Lincoln Navigator, and I got a 1992 Buick.
He didn't have to buy her ass nothing. She could.
And I agree. But again, step your game up. She got a Navigator. She got a 2013. Not even 2013. So this would have been. She got like a 2010, 8, 9. Yeah, so 2010. Lincoln Navigator. I need at least a 08. Because again, okay, so we're getting kind of off track, but we're on track. So while all of this is going on, and we're touching on it, he bought his wife in this time a Lincoln Navigator. That is fact.
Posted on Facebook as she should.
And Bonnie Weird herself is stalking her on Facebook in the scene that she got in the car. She's weird. She's following her on Facebook and she sees she got it. So now Bonnie hit up Bill like, well, if I don't get a new car, then I'm gonna tell your wife what's been going on. And that's why I keep saying a 1992, 1985 vehicle, because the friends, the sister-in-law, everybody was like, he got her some old beat up Mercedes, specifically got her some old beat up Mercedes. She like, nah, that ain't gonna do it. And that one incident literally turned into her stalking him and his family. They at the movies. That's what did it.
Yeah.
If that was me, I wanted Paul to tell me that. In that moment, I would have wanted Paul to look over at me and say, look, this is not the best time to tell you this. I've been having an affair for the last 3 years. I've been kind of trying to shake her. She ain't really going nowhere. She's sitting 3 rows behind us. Movie over.
Good, enjoy it.
Movie over.
I'm sure she had to pay for her own ticket to come stalk us down too.
Because that's too much.
Right.
2000, we're going to assume 12, 11. Movie tickets was definitely like $15.
Yeah, but still, you don't need to be in this. Don't you got a damn baby? Where is your baby? You ain't your single mama. You got nothing else to do.
Your mama was watching them. Bet you.
Clearly. Sure.
Bet you.
All that energy, she could have tried to go find her another sugar daddy.
Or a job.
That too. I mean, right, because that was a lot of energy.
But she literally got to the point where she started stalking them. She's taking pictures of them. She's pulling up on Francis when she's at the gas station, when she just got home from the grocery store. Taking pictures of their house. She got pictures. Now, I will give Bonnie Sleuth of the Year for this one. She has pictures of them having sex. Because they said she had intimate pictures of them together. Ma'am, you need to be working for the FBI CIA.
It's not. And then her call and talking about, why you turning the lights off at 2:00 in the morning?
Because, man, why ain't you in the bed?
What?
That's the time you ask, where's your baby at?
I would call the police. I would be like, man, this crazy man, woman is outside.
She definitely took it too far with it's 1:00 in the morning. Why are you just now turning your lights off? Ma'am, I am in my house with my wife that you've known I've had for some time now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she just was out of pocket.
She was way out of line.
Way out of line. I just don't understand it.
So
if making him like, if you don't spend time, so obviously vacation time was over because he's back to work now, and he's working and he's at home. So now she's calling him because you ain't spent time with me. That's why I say you don't meet the girl at the local spinach festival. You meet the girl in Vegas to get your
It's not the spinach festival's fault. Stop blaming it on them.
You don't meet the local girl in the neighborhood. You meet the girl on vacation and leave her there. Don't meet the damn girl. Shit. Boy,
at least at the local trucking convention.
Out of town. Not in Texas.
I mean, realistically out of town, but realistically, it's usually a bitch that's around the corner.
That's silly. See, this is why.
So all of this is going on. She's
let me
stalking.
Not give these men the blueprint to cheat. Okay, not give them all our stuff.
No, I need you to stop.
Okay.
Somebody gonna listen.
Right next door. Cheat next door. There you go. You got it, you idiots. Dum-dums. Lord.
Hit a bitch across the country.
Lord.
So she's stalking him, his wife, his kids. Like she's stalking the whole family at this point. We really went on like a 10-minute rant on why.
Got me sweating. I'm ready. I'm ready to fight Bonnie.
Anyhow, all of this is going on, and Bill finally gets to the point where it's like, you know what?
No, she called. She called.
Mm-hmm.
She called Francis. She made a threat. Bill didn't come through with whatever she asked for. So
no, that's how she ended up calling Francis, because he got to the point
he was
just like, you know what? I don't care. If you're gonna call her, call her. Go ahead.
Of course, she's telling her all this information and telling Francis all this. Of course, she's crying, she's hurt, she's upset. She confronts Bill. Bill says, yes, this is true. I did this, I did that, so whatever. She tells she's mad at Bill. Bill leaves or whatever. And then they try to work on things. They're working on things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now because it just said they met up at a hotel, Francis and Bill. So I'm thinking maybe they're trying to rekindle something. Let's go. Let's
do date night.
Yeah, whatever. Let's try to go and get freaky in the hotel or whatever. And
the hotel be bringing out some stuff.
Right, out of your comfort zone, right?
Yeah.
Now. Okay. Not Bonnie trying to get up to the room talking about she's a dry cleaner. She's his wife.
Shout out to the hotel. I didn't have no shout outs the last episode. Shout out to the hotel. Hotel was like, okay, hold on. We got a dry cleaning service down here saying they got clothes for y'all. We ain't got no dry cleaning coming. They hung up. They ain't got no dry cleaning coming. So what did you here for? Oh, I'm his wife. They said, hold on. It's a chick down here saying she your wife. They like, yep, that's that bitch Bonnie.
That's Bonnie, right? Now security escorted Bonnie out the hotel. Embarrassing.
Shout out to the hotel. I had no shout out.
She should just be like, okay, clearly he's done with me. Let me go on to the next sucker. No, she ain't done.
Bonnie knew low key how much money that man had. Like you said, Bonnie wasn't trying to let that go.
Mm-hmm. All that energy, she could have found somebody else. Oof, Lord.
Or a job. But anyway, clearly she can work for the government.
She should do something.
Anyway, so she didn't everything is known, but Bonnie does not let up. She's just going.
So now she's attacking Francis. She's sitting Francis.
It was a hysterectomy for me.
See right there. That's what pissed me off. Ain't no way. So because I've been in a predicament like this where somebody try to cheat on me and try to chit chat with his little friend about me, and that's when I let him know I don't give a damn what the F you do with a B. You don't pillow talk about me or my business.
Period.
I should not be coming up in your conversation.
Period.
Especially when
you're in the wrong.
Just do what you need to do.
You're already cheating on me. Don't make it try to sound better.
So when when Frances gets the messages of information that Bonnie knows things about her, that's when it was it. And that's when she kicked Bill out, which I understand, because that right there would have
definitely.
I probably would have hit Bill. Kicking him out would have been the last.
I'm not even gonna I'm not gonna throw a probably.
I would hit Bill. Yeah, Bill would have came in and I would have been like, "Oh yeah, well, why?" And then now I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. Okay.
Period. I'm about to call you, Mom. Something happened. I'm going to jail. I need money on my books. I got one call. I'm gonna tell you. Call everybody else.
I just don't understand that. Bill.
Period. No, I definitely would have took off on Bill. Definitely would have did that.
And now Bill out of pocket for that, and Bonnie is just out of pocket. Period. She just needed to stay in her little lane. She was not in it. So now Frances and kicked Bill out.
And Bill didn't have nowhere else to go, and he needed to be confident. Where do y'all think Bill went?
You had other places to go. Your mama's house, your sister.
First of all, you are balling out of control. You could have went anywhere to make yourself feel better.
But if you didn't want to be alone, you could have went to your daughter's house because she was 31.
They were grown at that time.
True. Right. She was 30 or 30. Yeah, 31, 30, something like that.
Because Jim.
Right.
Bring it on over here, Jim.
Try to go release some stress or whatever you about to do and go to Bonnie's house. So that was on October 9th. 2013.
I'm gonna forever remember this because I didn't catch it the very first time I watched it. All this happened on my dad's birthday while I'm saying Jim.
And then October 10th,
2013.
Bonnie calls Nikki, which is the daughter, says, "I'm gonna go to your
volleyball game.
And I'll see you later. I'm gonna talk to you later." On her way to the volleyball game, she sees her there. Black Range Rover driving towards her, and Bonnie is in the car, and there go Bill, and on his bike right behind. So she said, "This is it. This right here is it." And she makes a U-turn on the 2-lane road. So I'm sure she had a turn and then like reverse, because she driving a Navigator. It ain't no just easy turn. It's a 2-lane road.
Listen. Speed limit is at least, I'm going to say 60, 65. And to hit the bus a bitch in a Navigator and not tip it over at that speed, not only are you a skilled driver, you're pissed off.
Yeah, she's mad. So now she's catching up to Bill and Bonnie, and she's hunking Bonnie down. She's trying to hunt the horn, telling her to pull over.
Okay, wait, but I don't mean to interrupt you, but to put it in perspective,
okay,
Bonnie's in the front.
No, Bill's in the front.
No, but Bonnie was always in the front. Bill was telling Bonnie. No, that part I didn't miss because I got all the details on that. No, listen. Okay. Initially, when she busted that U-turn, Bonnie was in the front. Bill was telling her.
Okay.
Which makes sense because you're driving my family car. You're not about to fuck this car up. He was telling her. That's why she saw Bonnie first and then saw Bill. She busted the Yui.
Mm-hmm.
So now Bonnie's in the front, Bill's in the middle, Frances is in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. I just want to put that in perspective.
Oh, okay. I mean, she's honking the horn. She's trying to tell them to pull over or whatever. Bill swerves out of the lane, gets behind Frances. And I guess maybe he's trying to stop her or trying to tell her to pull. I don't know.
They said they think he was trying to stop to get her to stop.
Yeah,
because she was flagging them down to stop.
She's behind. She's behind Bonnie.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess Bonnie brake checks her, which is I think is true. I can see her slam on the brake, trying to be funny, and then so she slams on the brake in the midst of all this. Frances hits Bill, but does not know that she hits Bill
because Bill's already behind her.
Yeah, but there was a piece of granite in the back of her car. So when she hears boom, 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 she's thinking it's just the granite slamming because she's pushing the brakes. She's going. She pushed the brakes. She's going. The daughter calls her, or she calls the daughter, and she's like, "I'm chasing her. I'm trying to get her to pull over." Well, and then of course Nikki asks, "Well, where's my dad? Where's dad?" And then Frances looks behind or something, and she sees, "Oh, he's not back there." So then he's like, "Turn around, go where he's at. Did he stop? Whatever." She stops, she turns back around, she finds Bill. He's knocked off his bike. I mean, to the point where his boots are off.
They said he were yards away from the road.
Bike, his boots
he
were
was
off.
yards away from the road.
And she's crying, of course. They call, everybody on the road is also calling the police because they're saying there's 2 people driving on the road, acting crazy, slamming on the brakes, in and out of lanes. So the police are already aware, they're already on their way. So they call the ambulance, they fly him on out. Bonnie, then she's turned around. She came back around now. Now she's at the scene.
Now listen, I know what is at stake in front of me. But the minute that woman would have walked up and said, no, she did that intentionally, I can tell you what's about to be intentional.
Yeah, I would have went to jail for a lot of other things.
Everything but killing him.
Yeah, I mean that too.
Everything but killing him. I'd have had so many other charges. They'd have been like, we ain't even got to deal with the murder.
So, Francis gets arrested, and Bill's at the hospital. Justin and Nikki, which are their kids, goes to the hospital.
Nikki's comment though on the voicemail.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I feel her. And then you know what? I hate that they say like, she said, I regret leaving that voicemail. I feel like that. I get the voicemail was used against her
right.
mom, but I don't know if I would have regretted because I would have. I mean,
I don't think I would have done anything different.
Me either. I mean, I really don't think they could have. I mean, it is what it is. This woman has been married for 32 years, 33 years now. And you telling me Bonnie's driving our car and you're
the family car.
You better be lucky.
Imagine how many weekend vacations, movies, concerts, whatever they have taken the family to in that vehicle.
I would have swerved my Navigator in front of Bonnie.
So we finna get to the real, y'all, because we cutting down to our time limit. So we have 51 minutes. So we just gonna cut on to it. Francis went to trial. They used the fact that there was pre-existing issues between her and Bonnie. Prosecution absolutely went with, she was intentionally running into the rear of Bonnie's vehicle. Her intention was to hurt Bonnie. This is what I'm gonna say. Whatever Francis told you was her reasons, we gonna go with what Francis said.
And I would have said, yeah, my intention was to hurt Bonnie, and was she hurt? My intention was not to hurt.
Okay, but Francis said that was never her intentions. But that's what I was finna say. Francis was like, no, I was trying to follow her, get her to pull over, and nobody denied she was flagging them down.
Yeah,
to get them to pull over. She said, I was trying to get her to pull over to tell her, you know what? You want him? You can have me. Because realistically, at the end of the motherfucking day, when I upload it, they'll tell me. At the end of the day, she was still going to get half at least of everything. He never not said he didn't care about Francis. He never not said she wasn't important to him. So I feel like Francis would have walked away from this situation just fine. So to follow you, only to tell you you can have him, I think she meant that. But me, on the other hand,
I think if they would have pulled over and she would have said, you want him, you can have him.
It would have got physical.
He would have said, I'm not leaving this.
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Let me just talk about it, okay?
Hold on.
You kicked me out but I didn't want to get out.
Yeah, I was there until you said I had to go.
No, I was just about to have some fun.
No, he loved him some Francis. And even her sister said that. Yeah, even her sister said that. Even though he was cheating, it was never not that Francis wasn't his number one. And this is what I be trying to explain to people. I don't justify nobody cheating, none of that.
No.
But I base things off of how a person treats you. And yeah, he might be doing this with this chick, and people are going to have nobody ever agrees with me on this.
Right.
But he might be treating the side chick okay. But this is why side chicks need to know their position. Especially if he's married, he's never going to choose you over his wife and his family. He's never going to do that.
No.
And if he does it, he's still on his wife's coattail every single day, still trying to get back in. I want my family back. Please believe it. Please believe it. If you're going to be a side chick, know your motherfucking role.
Exactly. Bonnie was
just know your role. I don't condone it, but know your role.
Frances go to jail. She convicted of murder. It was horrible.
I personally would have intentionally ran into the bumper of her car, tried to run her off the road, and if she would have survived, I would have beat her within an inch of her life. I'm just saying. That's me personally. But Frances is more centered than I am because I've already been dealing with your BS for years at this point. So at least a year, but years at this point.
Yeah.
So Bonnie goes to trial, of course, because Frances came on the scene and was like, yeah, she did it intentionally.
No, Bonnie came on the scene. Frances.
Oh, I'm sorry, not Frances. Yeah. Bonnie came on the scene. Yeah, she did it intentionally. She saw him. She knew, blah, 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 blah. The evidence was her back, Frances's back passenger side window, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Was broken open. And they said his handlebar hit the window and that's what shattered it. With the granite in the back seat, I can see how she wasn't sure. You're pissed off. You have a target in your sight.
Yeah.
She didn't win. She did not win.
Yeah, she went.
Bonnie was convicted of aggravated assault and murder, and she was facing 5 to 99 years in prison. That is actually good considering it was in Texas. And I feel like they go for the death penalty for coughing on the street the wrong way. So I'm just saying that was good for Texas.
Yeah. But her lawyer said
no, she had a good attorney. That's what money do. She had a good attorney. And they said it was a crime of passion.
A sudden passion.
And this is one of the times I agree.
I agree too.
One of the few times I agree. Because I can easily put myself in that position where I'm trying to work it out with you, but this chick will not let up. She's texting me. She's calling me. She's taunting me. She's following us.
At this point, it's not even about your affair anymore. At this point, it's about this girl attacking
me. It's beef.
Right. She's following.
It's beef. It's beyond you. It's beef.
Right. You're following my kids. You're calling us.
It's the kids. It's the kids. Because you can follow me all day. It's the kids.
Yeah. But she went to jail for 2 years. They accepted her.
As she should have.
Mm-hmm. And she came home to her home and to her trucking company. And
because guess who was gonna get it all anyway?
And
Bonnie or not.
And not saying Frances.
That was never her MO. She was with the man when he ain't had nothing. And was still trying to work it out.
Yeah. But like I said,
so again,
over.
I don't feel like I don't feel like Frances is at fault.
No.
I feel like it was a terrible situation.
And being that they in Texas.
Because I feel like if she wanted to kill him, she would have did that off the road.
In the house when she kicked him out. When they were just alone. But being that they live in Texas, they're like, they don't have, you start willy-nilly guns over there. I'm surprised Frances didn't have a gun. Let's just hope. Let's just pray that Frances didn't.
For all we know, she might have had one in the vehicle, but that wasn't her intent. Yeah, that's not what she went there for.
Because I think I probably would have used it and shot Bonnie through the back of her head.
Somebody mama ain't gonna like it. Somebody cheating husband, boyfriend ain't gonna like it. Frances wasn't wrong. I don't care. Because she gave Bill and Bonnie multiple chances. In Bill's case, to get it together and leave her alone. And in Bonnie's case, leave me and my family alone. Nobody listened. I was minding my business, headed to this volleyball game.
Yep. And here y'all go.
And not only are y'all riding down the road, but you got this bitch driving my car.
Our car. Yeah, no.
It's the audacity, man.
But like I said, it's not even the affair. It's more.
It's the audacity.
Right. You really about to play with me, little girl? I'm gonna show you.
It's the audacity.
It's the stalking. So I mean, but I am sorry that Bill had to die.
I don't like that he had to die in the process. I don't. And I do believe in terms of his passing on Frances's part, that was truly an accident.
Yes,
because he went on the arm of the road on his own. Yeah. I truly feel like y'all can get mad, y'all can say what y'all want to. I don't think Frances meant to kill that man. No. By no means. Her focus was Bonnie. When she saw Bonnie, that's what set her off. Her focus was Bonnie. I believe Bonnie brake checked her because Bonnie was trying to stop real quick and get out the car and be cute.
I mean, we already
know what it is.
Patty sends email. Like, look at her messages she sends.
You coming at me because I had a hysterectomy, telling me this is what I look like on the inside. I can't have kids. Girl, yes, it's beyond him at this point. You've come for me as a person.
Right.
So shout out to Frances.
Yeah. Sorry for Bill.
Sorry for Bill. I hate he was a casualty to this whole situation. Mm-hmm. Because it's something that could have been avoided had Bonnie just walked the fuck away.
Yeah, she just needed to,
But shout out to Frances. You came through as a writer on this one. Like, and I could tell, and our source is Till Death Do Us Part, Discovery Plus, Season 1, Episode 8. So if you want to go back and see what we saw, do your own research, that's where you can find it.
They have it on too. I'm on Snap. It's on Snap.
Snap? Mm-hmm. I've never seen it on Snap.
Yeah. On Snap, they interview Frances more.
So, but I side with the wife on this one. The quote-unquote killer, I'm siding with her on this one.
I agree. I mean, it was supposed to.
Well, it's been real.
I better learn their role.
No, seriously, y'all out here proud to be side chicks.
Stay in the lane, that lane.
Listen. I don't never feel like I was ever a side chick because I never cared enough. However, when I was dealing with somebody that was dealing with somebody else, I didn't care enough.
I just don't give it.
I would never see myself going out my way to stalk you, your baby mama. And first of all, because none of the men I was dealing with was married. Let's say that I have always had at least that much decency about myself to never mess with a married man. Yeah. And that was my end all be all. What she say? I ain't never broke up a happy home, but I done shook up a couple apartments. I done did that.
Okay.
But I never cared enough to stalk you. I never cared enough to reach out to your baby mom, girlfriend, whatever she was. Yeah. Know your position. You know he has somebody that he loves, especially if they're married. He is in love with that woman. They have 2 children together. They have built an empire together. Baby, you are something for him to do. So what you need to do, not only do you need to be putting money away, I'm just saying, I'm giving away free game. Well, when he's tricking off, put some of that away.
But that's the thing. It didn't say. I mean, they didn't say like he was giving her money. He took her on trip.
I'm sure he was. was.
If he
was willing, even if it was a bucket, he was still willing to break bread for her. So I'm sure he was. She wasn't hanging on to nothing. He was spending money. She wasn't hanging on to nothing.
It wasn't nothing that put away.
It was enough to cover her bills at the very minimum. And that's what I'm doing.
And that's what she did, pay her bills.
So what I'm saying is put some of that away, go get you your own job. And what he's giving you is just extra.
Or just enjoy your time with the man when he gives it to you and get the hell on. Go on.
Understand that you're just there for entertainment.
Right. Don't and leave his wife alone. His wife has nothing to do with you.
No, she really messed up when she started reaching out to the family and stalking, and that's just taking it too far.
Yeah.
You already took it too far, but you took it even further. Let me say that.
In California, you can file a lawsuit against the mistress. You know that? So Bonnie baby.
I believe it because you can file a lawsuit for anything in California. Yeah.
So she might be lucky she wasn't in California because
period.
Sued her ass.
You could file a lawsuit in California for somebody bumping into you and that bump caused you to fall off the curb and injure your knee. You can literally sue anybody for anything in the state of California. I love my state, but goddamn, let's put some restrictions.
Here too, in Florida, you can file lawsuits there.
So,
but yeah.
Thank y'all for joining us this time.
We're
not necessarily against the killer. We're not necessarily against the killer this episode.
Not.
And heavy on the wait, where are my fingers? It's got me the opposite, y'all. Yeah. Killer.
Yeah.
But shout out to y'all. As always, catch us on Facebook, No Crime After Dark. Instagram, No Crime After Dark _podcast. TikTok, No Crime After Dark. We got a couple more weeks before y'all start seeing her on them shorts and them reels on TikTok now.
Yeah, next week's last day.
Because I'm just saying.
No,
well, not really next week, because then y'all got vacation and like all that. So really mid-June.
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah, our birthday.
Yeah. Our birthday.
Yeah.
Random fact of information, guys.
Oh, yeah, random.
Me and her husband have the same birthday. Same favorite color. And both of our dads used to be DJs.
Used to be, did it still be DJs sometimes?
Jim ain't did it in a while. He ain't did it in a long time, actually. I can't say a while. That man ain't did it in over 20 years.
Yeah. They still DJ a little bit.
Okay. But yeah.
He don't have a nickname though. So he ain't that. It ain't.
Don't hate on my dad because he got a nickname.
I like it. I like what's wrong?
I mean, he kind of bit off of somebody else, but it fits.
Don't matter. It fits. Except when he's trying to hold on to sausages. Come on. Those don't belong.
No, how many pieces of chicken do we have?
It's not your J-I-M. Your name is J. You are not.
That ain't even how you spell your name.
That is not right. But okay.
But no, check us out on Facebook, No Crime After Dark, Instagram, No Crime After Dark _podcast. We have a group on Facebook as well. Same thing, No Crime After Dark. Catch me on Twitter on a good day, because it's me, it's not her. Catch me on Twitter on a good day, X Crime After Dark. But definitely, again, as I always say, feedback. We really appreciate feedback. What you guys think we can do better, what you would like to hear more of. You can inbox us. You can email us at nocrimeafterdark@gmail.com. I don't even think I told her. Yes, girl, we got a whole email. Yes, we do. I did that. Okay. I did that. But no, seriously, all feedback is necessary, because I joke about me doing all the work, but there's a reason why I do all the work, because I'm the one who had the whole vision behind it. So all the feedback, don't be disrespectful, but all feedback is welcome.
Yeah.
But
you know who should tell people about a good side trick?
Who?
Ron's wife. She knows she got a good side trick. She knows she do. I know.
So we'll catch y'all next week. In the meantime, be safe. Don't be the side chick. If you gonna do it, play your role.
Ask Maisha
about a good side chick.
She knows.
Until next time.